morning. I would like to thank you, the organization of Pharmacircuit, for the invitation, as well as I like to thank you for all people connected and for the time that they will dedicate to my small presentation. The title of presentation is the product portfolio, the key of a successful competition. We see that the economy is slowed down, and now, unfortunately, with the pandemic, it's even worse. The pharmaceutical is one of the few segment or sector of the market which has a very constant growth. The rate of increase reach 6%. We can see here in this picture, and we have the generic, orphan, and prescription, excluding the generic and the orphan factor. Practically, the prescription, excluding the generic and orphan, are still the large share of the market, whereby the more substantial increase in value we see more in the orphan drug. That in fact there is a jump from only 69 billion to 262 as expected in 2024. The main reason are fundamentally one, a regulatory pathway more favorable compared to the other pharma product, and second reason is the most simple the marketing and sales approach which is requested by such product. In fact, just to give you an idea, for a country of 60 million approx, can be sufficient only 2 or 3 key opinion, 2 or 3 can, and they can cover all the key opinion leader of the second. Being orphan product, this means that there are not many of specialists in this area. The generics have also an increase, but it's more with not such considerable increase. This is for one reason only, because it's in value. In other words, all people knows that in volume, of course, the increase is substantial, and also from the year 20 to 24, there are a lot of interesting products that which the patent will expire. But in spite of this, as we say, the increase in value is not so impactant or so significant as the orphan drug product. In these slides, we can see the top 20 company and the other company, the percentage of share that they have, and the change over the years. We see that Novartis is the number one in 2017 and is expected to be also the number one in 2024. This is based on the pipeline, the expected registration, expected launch, and excluding possible acquisition that, of course, may have an impact very substantial. As we see, the position is relatively stable for the company. Changes one position to position as max, more or less. From the 20 to from the 12 to 20. In this case, there is one company that shows the more high peak of increase, which is Celgene, and the company that has the lowest decrease, which is Gilead Science. This is due either a launch in the case of plus or more launches. In the case of decrease, it's of course the patent expired and no the substitute. Another info which is we need to underline in these slides is the share of the top 20 and the other company. The top 20 at 2017, they have 63% of the market, while will reach 51, about 52% in 2024. For a SME company, small and medium enterprise, this is good news. In fact, there is an increase from 36, expected increase from 36.8 to 48.1 for the other company not present in the top 20. Let's see now in which part of the world the market shows the increase. Mainly Southeast Asia, Indian subcontinent, Latam, Africa, CIS, and the Middle East region. Why? Several reasons that change a bit by geographical area, but we can have the same consideration for all of them. First, the base of starting is of course lower, much lower than US and EU, and it's more easy to have a two-digit increase, of course. The second is the presence of the private insurance that assist the working people to have free access to pharma product, or at least a part of fit, and in some cases, in some countries, starting also the state to give free product, at least in hospitalized people. Unfortunately, Europe is the lowest one has increased. It's flat. Why? The reason, of course, the increase is mainly due to the generic. This means the volume increase, but not the value of the market. Second reason is the so-called free product for all is now changing this approach in a lot of countries for the budget reason of the health budget in each individual country in Europe. We have seen before some market data. We go back just to see which is the market share of top 20 company in RX, generics, and orphan. We can see that the top 20, they reach 60, they have 63% share in the overall the market. This means that apart the 20 companies, all the rest of the company, X plus N, we can say that they are fighting for the 35-36% of the market. We can say that the index of concentration is, in my opinion, relatively high. Means 20 companies, 63% of the market. But in the 2024, this is expecting to be reduced and will be about 50-50, 50%, 51% on the top 20 and 49 on the remaining X plus N other company. The reason why of this, less new product, the patent expiry, and the difficulty to substitute the top brand due to the patent expiry with the new entry with the top 20 company. What we can expect for the small and medium enterprise, that they have to look for geography. It's not possible to stay at the domestic market only. This is risky, of course. They have to move from a well-known market, a well-known regulation. They have to go like Cristoforo Colombo versus unknown worlds, with all the risk and the possible impacts. What are the main entry barrier in such a new market? We say the intellectual property, instability, stability in the sense of pharmaceutical stability. In fact, we know that in a lot of markets there is the so-called stability for zone 4, A and B, that is needed. The different type of registration dossier. In Europe, we have ECTD. In other part of the world, we have ACTD, ISFL, and so on. And instability, this is due to what? Mainly exchange fluctuation and local regulation that may change. And of course, some protectionistic entry barriers that we see this trend, unfortunately, increase really considerable. I like to mention a few markets where it's very difficult for a foreign company to enter, like Indonesia, 220 million population, very nice market, but almost, I don't say impossible, but very, 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 very difficult. Russia, Japan, China, even Brazil, not easy, and so on. This means let's hope that the regulation or regulatory body can unify and try to make the possibility of the competition to all of us. What we need to afford this new market, we need the connection, the dialogue with this new world. We need to be more educated in terms of knowledge and to respond to the demand of the local patient that in several cases it can be and is very different from the region of the world. In the conclusion, geographical approach, we can, the three key questions are where, why, and which resources. Where it's not easy to select where to go. Why we have to go there, this is clear, unfortunately. Means that we have to reduce the risk to be dependent of only one market, and how many resources we need to allocate. It's depend from where we intend to go. What we can do when we look to go outside? We can look for alliance. Alliance, we have to see with whom, again, where and why. The selection of the local partner is fundamental to be successful in the long run. Not easy, absolutely, time consuming, and long time to create reciprocal, trustable collaboration, and the joint efforts to reach a common scope. Which type of business we like to have in this new world for a small medium enterprise? We have the possibility to have either business to consumer or business to business or the mixed type of business and or which can be more opportunistic. Business to consumer, it's the most complex and the high investment one. In fact, we have to register our own company, our own brand, our own product, and to look locally for a market, to create a scientific office and our marketing, our sales team, promotion, and so on. This give an idea how big can be the budget. Business to business, this we may also call export business. That is maybe the less lucrative and means to sell the product to a local company, either in private label or in distribution business. The mixed business, it's more an opportunistic business. We stay on the window and we say who is passing or who we can approach and then decide the type of business to be done. Which marketing approach we can have. We can see in which therapeutic area we like to go or we are present, which technology we have, if we like to go for RX or TC, and which is the regulatory pathway that we need to follow. All such decisions, not that we create specifically for go abroad, no, but we know, we must know, and we must analyze what we have at home to offer outside of us. Of course, we can summarize saying, okay, which type of business we like to handle, which types of product we have, and which risks we like to afford. Let's have a few considerations in the business model. The business model, we say that will depend on the geographic approach. Europe by Europe, or Europe for Middle East, Europe for Asia, Europe for Africa, Europe for Latin. We can understand that completely different organization, completely different know-how internal, and also very important is the product portfolio that we may offer. In view of the time that we have, is not the case to underline which product portfolio may suit Europe for Europe, or Europe, for instance, for Africa, or Europe for Latam. It's clear, Europe for Latam, in Latam, the local company are very aggressive, profiting of a different regulation for the intellectual property, and still not 100% covered in some area, and our obsolescence of the portfolio that we have may be more quick, and consequently our product can be less intense. In the case of Africa, of course, the cycle of life of our portfolio may be much more longer than portfolio needed, for instance, for Africa. In Asia, we have to look considerably for India and China, and of course Korea and Japan. There are too many competitors, all of them are very well present in the field, and also in terms of regulation and documentation, they may have an advantage. This means that we have to consider well our segment in which we like to enter and which technology we may offer. Concerning the therapeutic area, let's have a quick view on the more important therapeutic area. In terms of value, not of course in unit, it's the oncology. It's the one that has a high percentage on the market share. It's 22% with the 12% of increase. Then other area which of interest are the dermatological, anti-diabetics, antivirals. For onco, of course, it's necessary special equipment, special machine, special manufacturing. This means that the players are not too many. And also another considerable aspect is that this is mainly tender business, whereby price of product may go down in a relatively short time. The derma, it's more RX and OTC business, where the cycle of life is much more long, no many novelties we have, except one or few segments in this sub-segment. I mean, the dermatological, for instance, there are a few monoclonal antibodies that are expected to come, but for very specific disease. From SME, the small medium enterprise, maybe they are not too strong to compete in sort of oncology, maybe in vaccine, all other area can be actively followed by also SME company. This is a summary of I just showed before for the therapeutic area. As we see, oncology, it's the most important one, and it's also expected to be in 2024 133 billion of euro, which is an impressive number. This why? Because the R&D is more oriented to so-called rich product, and oncology product reach considerable price. There is, for instance, one case in the US of a company that has applied and got approval. I'm not wrong, 1 million one dose. This is okay, maybe orphan segment and an issue like this. Okay, yeah, the conversation may be very long on this business approach. In any case, this is the most important segment, and we can see several small, medium enterprises that are trying or working to enter this area, maybe not only in the immediate product and with supporting care. In the conclusion, how could be our or the product portfolio for small, medium enterprise company? We can say that the mix of food supplement, medical device, and pharma, and can be interesting to consider the food supplement for medical purposes and the orphan drug. We need to have ready products and products that comply with the different regulation in different parts of the world. we may say that nice to have product, multi-market presence, no entry barrier, no, difficult, I'm sorry, entry barrier for the competition, and we have to be on time, and hybrid regulatory pathway that can be another entry barrier. The multi-market clear because more we have possibility to sell in different parts of the world, better it is. Entry barrier, clear comment. If we have IP or some technology, and we have to be on time into the market. And last but not least, our price should consider the cost of goods that we have and the possible price war that we may occur in other markets. What is a must to have? We need to have a strategy. We need to know what we can expect in terms of volume and growth. As we say, the cost and the profit that we may reach, regulatory pathway, and our ability to cope with this and the risk. Last, if we have a solid manufacturing experience. Small and medium enterprise, a small example how to look for a generic product. We have to see if we may enter with this product or not. This is an exercise that may help to make less mistake. We have to evaluate the current volume and the value, the current growth, which is the treatment for the patient, how is the segment, of course, the patent, and if in the future will be a next to switch to over the counter, the difficulty of manufacturing, impossibility of to create a line and other synergy that we may have with other products in the portfolio. This is the funnel that we have to consider to select the generic product. All the activity may take 2-3 years minimum, up to 3-4 years, depend on how quick is our decision, how quick we can be able to prepare all the necessary things, but we have not to lose the goal to be among the first. This is becoming more and more important to be successfully in a very competitive arena. For the non-pharma product, we have to see which regulatory category we can compete: bio, medical device, food, special food, cosmetic, others. Which is the synergy with the pharmaceutical product that we have? Which therapeutic category, if it's alone, or we can make the basket of product, the possibility to extend the line, and which is our target in terms of selling price and most important of profitability. Those are the considerations that we have to evaluate to consider a non-pharma product in our new product portfolio, or the product portfolio ready to go or to be able to compete. We have to take care of what? Transversal competitors, level of speed to reach the market, and our ability to stay in the market for a long time. Transversal competitors, different channel of sales, the local company, the web, parallel trade, and others. Level to speed, as I have repeated several times, we need to be among the first or the top two or three into more late we arrive and more the erosion of our margin will be high because we need to give a better condition than existing player to create our share, our piece of the cake. And last is we need to be sure to stay into the market for at least a period of time that with sufficient margin to have a payback at least our investment, but not only, not only. As long as we can stay into the market with some profit. This is, of course, the key of success for a company to stay into the market for a long time, profit with profit. Thank you, and all the best to all of you. Thank you. Thank you.